Hello friends, welcome to youtube.com oblique Dr. Vet channel. I'm Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head Veterinary Medicine. Here we'll discuss important bacterial disease of ulcerative lymphangitis. In part 2, we will discuss pathogenesis and clinical signs of ulcerative lymphangitis. Friends, here we discuss pathogenesis of ulcerative lymphangitis. The organisms are saprophyte, that means they are remaining in the environment, mostly wet, unhygienic soil. The organisms are intracellular, and how they survive we'll see next. The organisms spread through abrasions or injury on the skin, that also we have seen, and set up the disease. Due to cytotoxic surface lipid coat of the organism, these organisms survive very nicely intracellular. So this is an intracellular organism and survive very nicely intracellular. Continue with the pathogenesis. On entry through the skin, the organism enter into the lymphatic vessels and organism produce abscess in the skin. The phospholipase exotoxin produced by organism increases the vascular permeability, and this facilitates the entry of organism into the vessels. Continuation of pathogenesis. We have seen that phospholipase exotoxin produced by the organism increases vascular permeability. So entry is facilitated. And this also causes inhibitory effect on the phagocytosis. So this both will help spread of the infection and it produce a characteristic ulcerative lymphangitis, a characteristic lesion, a painful lesion, inflammatory nodules and ulcers and lymphangitis. This is the characteristic of ulcerative lymphangitis disease. Here we will see clinical signs of ulcerative lymphangitis in horses. Initially, the infection enters in the skin through wound infection. In that area, there is diffuse swelling. So, synonym is big leg. We have seen in the synonym. Diffuse swelling. So, it is called as big leg. And there is severe pain in the pectoral region of the leg. And due to pain and swelling, there is severe lameness, the first sign. The nodules are produced in the subcutaneous tissue, especially around the pastern and fetlock, or all parts of the body, depending upon the part infected. Continue with the clinical signs of horses. In this presentation, we will see some of the characteristic signs of the ulcerative lymphangitis. The nodule slowly enlarges to about 5 to 7 centimeter in diameter. As the time passes, the nodule rupture and discharges a thick, creamy green pus, characteristic. After rupture of the nodule, at that place there is a formation of ulcers So it is called as ulcerative lymphangitis. Now this ulcerative lesions has a zigzag ragged edges and a necrotic base that is characteristic. The ulcer and abscess also develop in the lymphatic vessels. So this is named as ulcerative lymphangitis. Here we'll see some of the characteristic clinical finding of ulcerative lymphangitis in horses. This infection drain into the lymphatics. It is natural phenomenon. The lymphatics become inflamed, enlarged and hard, and this may lead to secondary ulcers. Then these ulcers will heal, but it will heal. It will take about 15 days, chronic. Even after healing, the infection is there in the lymphatic vessels. So new abscess develop at the same place, and same phenomena, rupture, ulcer again occur. And this leads to a long time of disease, a persistent of disease, a chronic disease, and it may last for up to 1 year. Here we see the clinical signs of ulcerative lymphangitis in cattle. The symptoms and lesions are similar to the horses, not much difference. As usual, there is enlargement of the draining lymph nodes, and that discharge agitators clear exudate from ulcers. Again, there is healing, again, development of abscess and ulcer. So it is nearly same as that of the horses. Corynebacterium pseudotuberculosis organism has a zoonotic importance. It produces similar type of the infection in the human beings, and human beings get infection when they come in contact with infected animal or infected material. If the animal has or a cow has a mastitis, and if the human being consume milk of such infected cattle, especially non-pasteurized infected milk, the human being suffer from this disease. So it has got the zoonotic importance. Friends, we have discussed important part of pathogenesis and clinical signs in cattle and horses of ulcerative lymphangitis. Share this important information to veterinary students and veterinarians to promote the channel, subscribe the channel. Thank you very much for observing this video.